Morning guys, I thought I'd take this opportunity to do a little experiment with my solar G-Shocks, or three of my solar G-Shocks. It's a beautiful day here, very sunny, direct sunlight hitting the balcony. So yeah, I have the GW9400 Mudmaster. If I hold this button down here, oh, it actually says it's high already, which is interesting because I haven't had it out that much recently, apart from a ruck about a week ago. So that shows about a 2-hour ruck in the sun, fully charged it. That's good to know. And then I have the Mudman, which you can see is medium right now. And again, the sun's hitting that solar cell beautifully. And then we have the Rangeman here, which is also on medium. I've had this for just over a week now, and it's always been medium since I received it from the box. So let's see if, given an hour or two in the direct sunlight, we can hit full. You might also be interested to see that I've got these watches actually mounted on this 511 pull-out like molle insertion kit. So what happens is you have the rucksack, and this slips into the back of the rucksack. Then you can just pull it out. You've got your first aid kit here. You can attach, your Leathermans, Gerbers, whatever. And it's a very, very useful bit of kit. Very good for getting stuff in and out without too much clutter. You basically can lift it like this. There's all the kit just hanging on. Very, very handy. And yeah, I use it whenever I have a rucksack on me these days, to be honest, just because why have kit bouncing around inside when you can have it really nicely arranged in a modular form. Right, those watches are all pointing to the sun. Obviously the Mudmaster GW1000 doesn't really matter now because it is fully charged. And yeah, let's see. I'll also put the Metal Square up there as well. As you will have seen from one of my previous videos, you can't see how strong the charge is on the Metal Square without opening the G-Shock connected app, but I know for a fact this is just over about halfway charged right now, so we'll see how this gets on in the direct sunlight over the next hour or two. So yeah, watch this space, guys. I'll report back shortly. Okay guys, we're about an hour and a half into this, and as we know, the Mudmaster, there's an H underneath that minute hand, and that means it's high already. We knew that. The Mudman is still at medium there. And the Rangeman, okay. Rangeman's now up at high. And of course the Metal Square, we can't check unless we go on the G-Shock connected app, which I'm not going to do just yet. So yeah, there we are. We've made some progress. First time I've seen this Rangeman in high charge. I'm going to leave them out here and see if the Mudman will get there soon also. There you go, our beat club. That means one thing. Stand up. Grab something heavy to throw around. So for those who don't know, I use the hour signal alarm on my G-Shocks to be a polite reminder to myself to just get up, do something active, throw the kettlebell around for 5 minutes, or do some box breathing, or do some wall sits, a little bit of a stretch, anything just to stop being sedentary. And I call it the hour beat club. And we're done. Okay guys, we're a couple more hours into it. I've just done an hour beat club workout. My watch beeped and I did a bunch of snatches with a 16 kilogram kettlebell, if anyone's interested. And let's check the status of the solar. So as you know, the Mudmaster was already on H. You can see the H there, which indicates the level of power in the battery. The Mudman is still on medium. And as previously stated, the Rangeman has gone to high already. That happened a couple of hours ago. So we're just waiting for the Mudman to get up to full charge. So we'll keep waiting. I'll see you back in about an hour or so. So this is a good, I think about 5-6 hours in, and the Mudman is still medium. We'll come back later. So here we are, a couple of hours later. I've just been out, and the Mudman is still on medium, which is interesting. By the way, I'm illuminating with my Nightcore i1R EOS, which I covered in an earlier video. Fantastic bit of kit. But yes, I think it's fair to say that the Mudman has taken a lot of charging today, but it still has decided it's not at high. So I will leave this out tomorrow again and see what happens then. Watch this space. Okay guys, let's do a quick wrap up of what happened today and if there's any findings. So, as you know, the Rangeman, this watch started off at medium. Full transparency, we don't know exactly if it was high medium, low medium. All I know is that I bought the watch just over a week ago. It's been medium since then. I have been wearing it almost all the time, so it has been getting quite a lot of charge just day to day. But yes, it was medium, and after the first couple of hours I came back and it switched to high already and still is high. So that is the arrangement today. This is a bit peculiar. The Mudmaster, the GW9400. So basically, the way, for those who don't know, the way you can check the power on this is you hold the bottom left button, and as it goes back to tell time, it's got an H there. It would be M if it was medium, or L or if it was low. This was H from the start. Now, I did a ruck session about, I walked about 2 hours in the quite hot sun, direct sun, about a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. And maybe it was just pretty much approaching high charge at that point. And then I just put it outside for a few minutes and it went from the medium to high immediately. That was a surprise to me. So yeah, this is now fully charged or very highly charged. The Mudman, as you can see, it's still medium there. Now, this had the best part of 10 hours charged today from my calculations. Started at medium, finished at medium. Obviously, we don't know. Maybe it was starting just at the low end of medium. Now it's at the high end of medium. I am going to do some more charging tomorrow and see if I can get it over the hump. But yeah, I think probably the explanation to that is simply that this watch, you know, I use it for the gym. You can see it's wonderfully weather beaten. Actually, it is really the old faithful dog which I have had for almost 10 years now. Love this watch. But yes, so it's basically probably just not been out as much and was in a relatively low state of charge, and therefore even 10 hours charge hasn't taken it up to high. What I must say is that in my years of ownership of G-Shocks with solar, I've never once been in a situation where they've flashed and told me that they're too low to operate certain functionalities or anything like that. That's never happened. I've had no indication that there's ever been an issue with charging of any of these watches. I simply think that the way the battery works, clearly they need quite a lot of time if they're in low to low medium charge to get up to high, and that will be the case with this one. So definitely not a concern, just business as usual, and this watch will continue to operate perfectly fine for another 20 years. I have no doubt about it. And then finally, the Metal Square. So as I said previously, you can't actually see the power level on this watch itself. You have to get on the app. So I'm going to show you how that's done. So I'm pulling up the G-Shock app now. I hold the bottom left button for a couple of seconds. CNCT flashes on the watch. Let's see where the battery is. So here we are. There we go. So it was roughly halfway charge this morning, and it had again about 10 hours charge, and now it's about maybe call that 3/4, maybe slightly under. So again, this watch takes quite a bit of time to charge to full, but again, I've had no issues with it charging, and I've got no concerns about that. It's just how they work. So I hope you found that useful. You know, for me, tough solar is just a joy on G-Shocks to know that these things are kind of self-perpetuating, self-reliant, harness the sun, and will just last for virtually ever. It's just one of the coolest things about G-Shocks in general. I always like to play around with the variables, see how long it takes to get them charged. And yeah, today was another interesting set of findings. I will try and get that Mudman charged tomorrow, and I'll do an update for you if anyone's interested. And yeah, just also wanted to say, if you did find this interesting and enjoy the videos I do on G-Shock and fitness in general and strength and resilience and the Hour Beep Club, which I hope some of you are thinking about doing. To summarize, that's just setting the signal alarm on your watches so that they beep once every hour, and on that beep it's a gentle reminder to basically get present and do something active. Don't have to do anything intense, don't have to do kettlebells necessarily. You could just do a bit of breathing, do a bit of meditation, do some stretching, you know, walk around the block, walk across your room. It really doesn't matter, but it's just about trying to get out of this sedentary, I guess this cycle of just sitting around and not doing much, which a lot of people fall into the trap of, especially at the moment. So yeah, if you enjoy any of these themes I cover, I'd really appreciate it if you'd like and subscribe, just so I can you know, get that feedback and know that I should keep on doing this because some people out there find it interesting. Take care, guys.